Hello, I'm Neil Quigley and welcome to my podcast. The Conservatives and DUP have completed a deal to form a government which will seemingly cost 3 times as much as the Leave campaign promised for the NHS on the side of that infamous bus. I'm glad the government are not my accountants. Oh, hang on, they kind of are. Nicola Sturgeon says she has reset her plans for a second referendum, much like when your computer isn't working in the office. If it's not working, turn it off for a bit, then turn it on again later. Did she used to work for an IT call centre? I'm not saying parts of our parliamentary process are old-fashioned, but every year there's a draw that takes place to see how much time a selection of backbench MPs have to put forward their proposals. The future shape of some of the UK's future policies are actually based on a game of bingo. The National Lottery is not a thing we all play, it actually just describes how the country is run. The Queen will receive a £6 million pay rise next year, which I think's fair. She must deserve some reward for having to be the head of state of the current shambles of government, for the extra stress of what bad decision they're going to make next. And rest assured, the MPs I'm sure will also give themselves a pay rise, all thanks to that secret money tree they've just found. John Bercow, the Speaker of the House, has said male MPs do not need to wear ties in the House of Commons, while personally I'd like them all to get knotted. Russia has dismissed the UK's new aircraft carrier HMS Queen Elizabeth as just a convenient large target, which is both derogatory and frightening. Mind you, at least they've just not said that about the whole country. If Russia do kick off again, with global warming now, can we still refer to it as a Cold War? I think at the very least it would have to be the lukewarm war. As the Italian government is forced to bail out 2 more struggling banks, I'm quite surprised. I thought they had better debt collecting agencies over there, or at least in the Sicily region anyway. A French general apparently borrowed one of his Air Force's fighter jets to use for weekends away. Did he just think it was his company vehicle? Mind you, he would have been whacked on the tax for the benefit of that on his PH-11D. Holland & Barrett, the UK's biggest health retailer, has been sold for £1.8 billion, meaning their bank balance must be looking great and the owners are feeling very well, which just goes to show you the benefits of vitamins and protein. Google have been hit by a big fine for their own shopping site appearing at the top of searches on their own website. If you can't promote your own stuff there, where can you? And let's be honest, why wouldn't you? It's like the modern equivalent of why there are so many building and plumbing firms who start with AA. They just used to do it so they'd come top of the yellow pages. New research suggests that having ice at coffee shops is not a good idea. It seems they are riddled with germs, so a cold drink there could cost you your dear, and you need to make sure you are Nero the toilet. It was Glastonbury last weekend. Barry Gibb played the legend slot at the festival this year, so to speak. Thought it was a bit harsh that he dedicated Staying Alive to his brothers though. Radiohead headlined on the Friday night. I'll be honest, they're not really for me. If the head of my radio sounded like that, I think I'd send it away to get it repaired. Jeremy Corbyn appeared on the Pyramid stage with Michael Eavis. If Labour get back into power soon, expect big tax breaks for dairy farmers. Ed Sheeran closed the whole show on Sunday, mainly because it would have been too dangerous for him to play during the day in that sun. Johnny Depp was there to enjoy the only place in the world where he could wear a full pirate's outfit and nobody would bat an eyelid. It's just the norm. There were much weirder costumes than that doing the rounds. I like Shamrock Girl. As Adele gets ready to play some massive sellout gigs at Wembley Stadium, she's hinted that she doesn't know if she'll ever tour again. After this weekend, financially, I don't think she'll need to. As a baby born at a police station is called Bobby, we breathe a huge sigh of relief that they didn't pick another nickname for the law during this process. Good news as Boaty McBoatface has completed its first mission, which surely calls for a party McParty time and serves once again as a harsh reminder not to ask the general public for their input and opinions on things. As Nigel Benn and Steve Collins agreed to a boxing rematch after 21 years, now both in their 50s, it just feels like it should actually be taking place in a pub car park after a few too many beers. England under-21s lost on penalties after extra time against Germany in the semi-finals of the European Championships. It's good to see the next generation of footballers already prepared and have experience of situations they're probably going to face in the future. Cristiano Ronaldo announces that he has become a dad again, this time to twins, meaning he is more prolific than Messi off the pitch as well as on it. Wimbledon starts this week. See if you can spot the actual moment when Andy Murray moves from being British back to being Scottish. Just like John McEnroe's recent comments, that's enough for this week. That's it for the podcast. Thanks very much for listening. Have a fantastic week, and I'll speak to you again next week. Have fun.